Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are here to do day 3 of the How to Strengthen the Bond with Your Pet challenge. Kaya is here with me again today. Today's topic is hygiene. And normally I compare them to human relationships, but I think personal hygiene is just, it speaks for itself. There's not really a need to explain why it's important because it's your health. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple minutes to hop on, and then I'm going to talk about why it's important and how to improve your pet's hygiene. So we're just going to wait a minute or two. Yeah. I think something's happening at the intersection. There's usually a lot of people running that stop sign, so gotta be careful. Okay, so hygiene. There are a lot of different aspects to a pet's hygiene because they can't take care of themselves in that way, other than cats grooming themselves and dogs cleaning their genital area after they go to the bathroom. Hi to whoever's on here. Say hi if you want to. The problem with food bowls is that a lot of people don't wash them every day. Now, Kaya is on an elimination diet, but she has a stainless steel bowl, and it has a grippy pad on the bottom because she likes to slide it around. So stainless steel is really important because for hard plastic bowls, all the scratches that penetrate the surface, the bacteria actually gets stuck in there. So even when you're cleaning it or using the dishwasher to clean it, it's actually coming out not entirely clean, and it won't kill all the bacteria like salmonella. The parasites and worms will also sit in the bowls if they aren't cleaned properly. So that's food bowls. For water, it depends on what you use, because Kaya has a refillable one, so there's a jug on the top, and I refill it when it's empty, and then it comes out, but I have to clean the bottom part of it quite a bit because that's where all of the dirt from her mouth and sticks, leaves, that kind of stuff, when she comes from inside and has water, all of that little grit gets in the bottom part, and I clean it whenever I notice it being dirty. Now, the importance of cleaning your pet's bowls isn't just healthy for them, it's actually healthier for us, because zoonotic diseases, which are ones that can pass from the pet to you or an animal to you, there's actually quite a few from unclean bowls and food. Salmonella, Campylobacter, and different parasites and worms. So I've had intestinal parasites quite a few times, and I do not wish to do that again. So I would rather clean Kaya's bowl twice a day if I have to. Right now she is getting 4 small meals a day, so I clean her bowl in between each time I feed her. So there's a lot of different reasons that... Okay. When animals go outside, they get bacteria, feces, dirt, mud, all of that on their paws and sometimes in their mouth. So then when they go to eat the food and have their water, that comes out into the bowl. So it's just really gross. I mean, common sense. It's easiest if you wash it in hot soapy water because it's more likely to kill all the bacteria. But do all the regular dishes and then do your pet's dishes and utensils last, because otherwise all of your dishes are going to be sitting in the water that has all the pet germs in it. So that's really important. Interestingly enough, a pet's food bowl is the fourth most germ-filled place in the entire home. So even if you have children, even if you have multiple children and multiple pets, it is the 4th most germ-filled place in a home. So just something to think about. After the dishwasher, they did a study and 67% of salmonella bacteria was still in the bowl, but it was slightly less when the bowls were stainless steel. So if your pet has plastic bowls, when we first got Kaya, we gave her plastic bowls because she wanted to play with them. But she won't play with the stainless steel ones. So now the one that she uses, she'll eat it and then just completely forget about it. Why is stainless steel so great? In plastic, the actual molecules are porous. So for stainless steel, it's the least porous material for any kind of kitchen, like bowls, plates, cups, that kind of thing. So that's important. Pet toys are also a really big area for bacteria and germs. If you give your pet soft toys, it's good to hand wash them if it's possible. If they have special towels or blankets or beds, that's a really good thing to clean too. Kaya has her own load. So we do our load and then we do Kaya's load because she has all of her towels that I put across the back seat of my car, the ones that used to be in her crate, the ones that sit at the back door and we wipe her when she comes in. But all of that is really important. Brushing and bathing. Now, a lot of pets hate baths, and Kaya is no stranger to baths, but she's not particularly fond of the water or the dryer. So I usually end up taking somebody with me to give her a bath, and then they just hold her while I wet her, rub the shampoo in, and then we end up having to towel dry her because she doesn't like the power dryer. So for dogs, roughly you want to brush them 5 to 10 minutes a day. If you have young children and your pets are comfortable with being brushed, this is a good chore to give them because it helps them bond with their pet as well. Why do you want to brush that often? Because dogs and cats have natural oils in their coat, and when you brush them, it actually spreads the oils better so their coat isn't so dry and flaky. So that's important. For bathing, according to the internet, it says minimum every 3 months. But that depends because, Kaya hikes out in the mud all the time, and sometimes we come back and I don't even bring her directly here. I go to the Pet Value around the corner, and we give her a bath before she's allowed in the house because she's just covered in mud. I have a recipe for dog shampoo that I will share below, but I'm just going to tell you what's in it. White or apple cider vinegar, olive oil, water, a couple drops of essential oil for scent, or if you want to add lavender, that's very soothing for dogs with itchy coats, if they're okay with lavender, and liquid Castile soap, which is specially made in the US, but you can get it at Healthy Planet in Markham. So you can also order it online, but then you have to pay US dollars and shipping and customs, so it's easier to get it at Healthy Planet. But I mixed it together a couple months ago, and she has a big jug about this big, and I only use maybe like that much shampoo when I give her a bath. So it's lasted quite a while. It's pretty cheap, and it's totally safe for their skin. If they accidentally get it in their eyes or mouth, it isn't going to make them ill. It'll make them uncomfortable, but it's not going to make them ill. So that's dogs. Cats, it says for 10 minutes every day because of their hairballs. So the more hair you brush off, the less they're going to ingest and the less they're going to throw up hairballs. This also helps for animals with dry coats, again, because it spreads the natural oils. If your cat can groom itself, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to brush them unless their hair gets greasy and sticky, then you want to give them a bath. But giving cats a bath is not the easiest thing. Hello. But it is something to consider because all animals do eventually need a bath. For horses, sometimes after their workouts, if it's extremely strenuous, rinsing may be fine if you use the totally blanking on the name of it now. It's like a crescent-shaped tool, but it's like long. Forget what it's called. Or you can shampoo just the mane and tail and the legs if they're not incredibly bad. If they have rain rot, scratches, or other issues, you will want to do a full bath, but it's a special type. You have to use a special medical shampoo. At the end of their spring shed, you are going to want to give them a bath to get all the last bits of that extra layer off. And horses, it says about once a day, every 20 minutes. So that's the amount of brushing. Cleaning their ears is also important. Kaya used to hate it when we used the special liquid and everything. Now we just use baby wipes, and the really, really gentle ones, and she's totally fine with it. So I have a couple of tools here in front of me, and I'm just going to tell you about them. So dogs with different types of coats need different types of brushes. Now, Kaya, come here. Come here. Good girl. Kaya has, here she is. Say hi. Yeah. Kaya has a double coat because she's an Aussie. So the brush it's a little bit dirty. Just clean it out for a second. She got a whole bunch of burrs on her a couple days ago, but her brush, the bristles are pretty big. So I usually do it along her back and her butt. But if I were to do her legs, I wouldn't use that brush because it would probably hurt her. Another thing in terms of hygiene is their nails. So if you leave them for too long, the nerve will actually grow all the way out, and then you'll have to clip it like a tiny bit at a time to get that nerve back in. So Kaya has regular nail clippers for medium-sized nails, and she's pretty good. I mean, I usually ask her to sit, and I'll do the two front ones, and that'll get her to lay down. And then I'll do one leg and flip her over and do the other one, and she's totally fine with that. So that's nails. This is our little trimming scissors when I do the pads of her feet, because she goes outside a lot. So when you leave the hair between your dog's pads really long, it can actually pick up more bacteria and mud and can cause infection in the paw. So if you trim it in the spring, summer, and fall, then it's easier for them to get around. In the winter, it is nice to leave it a little bit longer just because of the salt on the roads. It helps to protect the hair, helps to protect their pads from all of that. So that's the scissors. Brushing their teeth, I did a separate video on how to brush their teeth. This is a natural dog toothpaste and a finger brush. So you just put your finger in here and then brush their teeth that way. I usually brush her teeth every couple of days unless her breath is really bad. Sometimes when she's been chewing on a bone or she's been outside, then her breath smells worse. So that's toothbrush. If you hear singing, that's my brother again. Poop bags. These are from Earth Rated, and they are totally biodegradable. You can get ones that smell like lavender. I think it's lavender. But these are the non-scented. They just smell. It has a smell, but it's not a specific type of smell. So it just covers the scent of the feces. So that's... Why am I showing you poop bags? Kaya has a pen in the back, and if I don't pick up the poop in it, then it starts to degrade and spread into the soil. So it's not hygienic for her to be running around in her pen unless all the poop has been cleaned up. So poop bags, really important. Also, if you don't pick up after your dog, that's not safe for everybody else, because if somebody else's dog eats your dog's poop, then they can get parasites and worms and things like that, and other intestinal issues. Now, in terms of shampoo, the big homemade jar is downstairs, but if your dog really hates water, there are other options. This is a waterless shampoo from Burt's Bees. It says with apple and honey, 97% natural. So it does have 1 or 2 chemicals in it, but it doesn't have most of the really gross things. So all you do is spray it on their coat and then rub it in, and then use a towel to rub it off. When I use this on Kaya, she likes to roll on the ground after, so she's helping me rub it in to her coat. It actually smells quite good. So if your dog hates water or bathing because of the water, then that's a good option for that. So after all of that, today's challenge is to spend, I would say, 20, 30 minutes cleaning your dog's or cat's or horse's stuff. So whether it's food buckets or water bowls or their pen or their beds, their toys, or if you just want to go and give them a bath. I mean, most dogs, unless you've recently given them a bath, don't worry about that part. But I cleaned Kai's pen out yesterday. We did her nails and her teeth and her trimming on Sunday. I will probably brush her and then give her a bath after my 2 clients today. But spend 20 to 30 minutes cleaning something of your pets or your pet. If your pet takes a really, really long time to have a bath, then kudos to you if you decide to do that today. But I think that's all I have to say. Cleaning is very important. Hygiene is very important. Tomorrow's video will be a little bit longer because it is about tricks. And that's the fun one. So if you haven't completed day 1 or 2, just know that if you don't get them all in by early Saturday morning, you won't be entered in the draw because I'm doing the draw Saturday morning for the prize. So I will put the shampoo recipe below, but if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below, or if you want help choosing the right tools to bathe or clean any of your pet's things or your pet, just comment below and I will do my best to help you out. I have to go see some clients now. But have a fantastic Wednesday and I will see you tomorrow.